Students, this is a quick demonstration of how we're going to be using Photoshop for our assignment. So we're going to go to Photoshop Mix is the app that we're using. Just by the way, it is the same password and username as all your other Adobe products. So here is Photoshop. I'm going to cancel this out. Sorry for just a minute. Now you're going to come to a page that is got these tutorials at the beginning after you log in. So this is what our front page will look like, and you won't have these compositions that I have here, but you'll want to begin a new one. So just like with Adobe Draw, what I like is that the plus mark is there for a new composition or new project. In Adobe Draw, everything's orange. So I just like that they keep it consistent. So here's, I just tapped on that plus mark, and you can begin a new image or a new project. I'm going to select image, but you could take a picture with your camera. Say you want to take a picture of a room full of people and then delete people or add people in the room, something fun like that. But I'm going to start with an image here from my iPad and go to my recents. I'm going to make this image my background image. So you need a picture, it doesn't matter what it is, that's in your background that you're going to add people to and make them look like they belong there. All right, and you can see that it is called an image layer on the right, and I can resize that by grabbing the corner of that, or I can rotate it. But whatever my format is, I can resize that. I'll just keep it this size. Now keep in mind also, if it's too pixelated, it doesn't have a high enough resolution, you might have to pick a different picture or a better picture with higher resolution. So I'll keep this about the same. I'm not really going to alter this much. There's nothing in there that I want to delete. So I'm going to add another layer. Now, just like within your assignment with Adobe Draw, Illustrator Draw, you're going to add different layers, and here I want to add another image to put into my little picture, my gallery there. So I'm going to take this Lego guy and I want to stick him in here. Maybe he's a sightseer, I don't know, but I can, see, I can rotate this. I can enlarge it. If it gets too big, is it high enough resolution? I think it's good. So I may put him here on the floor somewhere. So let's do this. I want to get rid of that white space around him. So how do I do that? Well, I need to go over to my layers. Now, one of these, whichever one's highlighted in blue or outlined, is the one I'm going to be working on. So I need to make sure I'm on the right one. And at the bottom, I'm really interested in this assignment in the cutout tool. So I'm going to cut out part of that white space around my Lego guy. Once I get into cutout, you can see I have a smart tool, basic, lasso, auto, all at the bottom. But really I just am interested in the smart tool right now. For the time being, let's see what it does. So I'm going to start drawing over this area where this picture is, and it's starting to add him back in. Now I don't want that. I just added the whole picture. So the tool on the left says add, or the one on the bottom is subtract. So add or subtract. I'd like to subtract things out. I'm going to take my two fingers and I'm going to open them up to enlarge, or pinch them together to shrink it. And now that I've got subtract and I come over, I'm getting rid of the white space. Now the smart tool automatically goes right up to your edge of your figure, and it deletes what you don't want to. Sometimes, like his hair, did you notice some of his hair got deleted? I'm going to add that back. So I go back up to add. I can get in here closer and add his hair with my finger or with a Apple Pencil. It doesn't always do a really great job, by the way. So I can go to basic. Let's go to the basic tool. I prefer these brushes because what I can do if I'm erasing is just adjust the size, just like my brushes in Illustrator Draw. And then I can get closer when so I'm going to go to my eraser here, or it's deleting it. I can get right up to the hair, or right up to what I want to really delete. And so you can see as I do this, it's even fading it. So my hardness right here, this fades it. This will give it a less of a hard edge. This will give it, it'll give you more of a hard edge, and this will give it less of a hard edge. So it will fade it. So again, Smart Tool will get rid of this stuff. Just kind of the computer's guessing where you want to subtract stuff. But if that's not working for you, please use basic, because then you can get a cleaner a cleaner line there, and it's not going to delete things that you want to keep. All right, so once you're happy with what you've deleted, I think I've kept everything I wanted, then go hit the check mark at the bottom right. There he is. You can see I've deleted some stuff, but oh my gosh, look at his backpack. There's some lines around his backpack that I don't want to keep. But I can go and fix those. And it deleted some of his map in his hand. So I'm not going to take the time to fix that right now. But once I deselect that, you can see that he belongs in the gallery. Let's do one more. You're going to need the image layer at the bottom, and then 5 other mix layers. You're mixing these in, right? So I'd like to put this boy and his dog in here. I'm going to enlarge this. It's an unlikely place for a boy and his dog, but we can maybe I could put a Lego guy with a dog and then a real boy with a dog. I think that would be cool. Anyway, this is what I'm working on, so I'm make sure I highlight the correct layer. So I'm going to go up to that image layer and go down to cutout again. Now I can begin working on this. I want to add this boy. I'm going to enlarge it with my 2 fingers and just start adding him. This is my Smart Tool, right? It will do some of it, but now it's adding things I don't want it to add, like the background, those trees showed up on the right above by his head. But it does a pretty good job. So you can start with this and then later go fix it up. So here it's getting the dog, but now it's getting some of this other stuff. Should I put the water in there? Yeah, I think I want the water. So we'll have to play with that to get the water right and the reflection. Okay, so I'm not quite done. Let me go to basic and get rid of that thing by his head. Just like this. Okay. Now I'm good enough for now. Oh, there's some grass behind him. Well, is that water going to work in there? I don't think so, because the reflection is wrong. There's not green trees above him, so I'm going to get rid of all that. And so I go back to cutout, and I'm gonna just erase some of that behind him. I'll use the Smart Tool just to be quick. There it is. And so your goal is to hit the check mark there. Your goal is to make sure that this will look like it belongs. Now I got lots of issues there. This wouldn't get me a good grade, but you can see I'm beginning to see what I need to do to add back in his hand, get rid of some of those the water spots, and then delete, clean things up. So as I go, I can add this and make it look like these guys belong in this room, or at least that I put them there. I mean, you can make them doing all kinds of stuff. I could put them up on the bench. We could do something fun that way. Look at some of the student examples I put on Canvas so that you can get some ideas, but really your imagination is the limit, and there's all kinds of things you can do. Please, when you're ready to submit this, you need to screenshot this whole page, and then just like that, then send me that photo in Canvas, upload it in Canvas for your points. Okay, so you need an image layer and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other images above it, so you have 6 images total that you've combined. And that is all.